Good evening, parents and students. This is Miss Hasty, broadcasting live from our campus here at Jupiter Middle School. This evening, I'm going to give you a little overview about some of the procedures we will be implementing beginning September 21st, when students are permitted to return to brick and mortar. If we all practice safety precautions the way we need to, we will be sure to keep our campus safe for everyone. One of the major items that everyone is going to have to follow is wearing your mask. Wearing your mask at all times unless you are eating or drinking. This is an absolute must for everyone on our campus. Additionally, students, we must always practice social distancing. Social distancing means we stay 6 feet away from each other. Whether we're in the hallways, in the classrooms, in the cafeterias, we are doing our best to stay 6 feet away from each other. I'll take you inside a classroom and show you what that looks like in just a little bit. But right now, I'm starting out here outside on our campus. So some of you will be dropped off by parents. I want to show you what that's going to look like. So come with me. Okay, students and parents, here I am in the car drop-off and pickup line. It looks a little different from last year. As you can see, we have 2 lanes. So parents, when you turn in from Dakota, you will choose a lane that you want to go in, and you will stay in that lane all the way around. We're going to need you to, of course, stop at the first stop sign, as you normally do. And then when it is safe, go all the way around and go all the way up to that second stop sign. That's going to give us more space and move our line along more quickly. So when you get to that point, the students will then get out of the car on the right-hand side, and they'll take the sidewalk up across this way up to the very front door. And I'll show you students what you need to look for when you get to the front door. So hold on just a minute. Okay, so here we are at the front door, and I think you can see the little stars that are spray painted on our sidewalk. So students, as you arrive at 9 o'clock, I need you to stand on the stars, right? The stars show you proper social distancing. Parents, I can't have you dropping kids off before 9 a.m. So there is no drop off prior to 9 a.m. because I simply don't have the person power for supervision out here before 9 a.m. unless your child is enrolled in morning care. So please help me out with that. I would really appreciate it. Students, as you arrive, you pick one of the stars to stand on, and of course, you'll be masked. Okay, all right, thanks. Let's go in the cafeteria next. Okay, so here we are in the cafeteria, and things look a lot different than they did last year. We've positioned our tables differently so that we have a safer flow for students. And you can see we've X'd off certain spots. So students who are dropped off at 9 o'clock in the morning, you will then come into the building, you will come into the cafeteria, and you'll be seated at a socially safe distance from each other. And there will be 2 adults in here working with you to ensure that we're social distancing. Those of you who arrive at 9 o'clock from the parent drop-off area, or my walkers or bike riders or skateboarders, you have the ability to come on in here and get your grab-and-go breakfast from the cafeteria itself. So that's what it would be like if you arrive through those doors in the morning. Now, let's go over to the bus loop. Okay, hi everybody. I'm close by the bus loop. It's right beyond the fence here. But things will be changing when we drop off on buses, from buses in the morning. So 6th graders will have their own entrance down the way here. 7th graders will enter through this way into the courtyard area. And 8th graders will enter down the way just a bit. So that's so we don't have crowds and crowds of students coming in one entrance. In fact, Mr. Marino and Mr. Hawkins will be guiding the buses and will be guiding you all so that we get off in staggered little pieces and then go the ways we go for our certain grade levels. Now, remember how some students are eating in the cafeteria if they arrive at 9 o'clock? So other students, if you're being dropped off for the bus, you're going to grab your breakfast here at one of two stations that will be staffed by cafeteria staff and Jupiter Middle staff together to ensure that you get a nice grab and go breakfast, a bag that you will take with you to your classroom. So you'll go wherever you have first hour that day. So let's say it's a day one. You will come off of the bus, you will take your breakfast bag, and you will report directly to your first period class. If it's a day two, you will get off the bus, you will grab your breakfast, and then you'll go to your period two class because that'll be your first class of the day. And then the teachers and the custodians will be working together to make sure that you have a place to put that trash when you're done eating. The custodians will come around and pick it up. All of those breakfasts and lunch, by the way, are free, I have to tell you, until January this year. So everybody gets free breakfast and free lunch all the way through to January. That's going to help us move our lines along, keep us safer, because you won't have to be entering all of your ID information. Okay, we'll be here to guide you on morning arrival. Now, at dismissal time, we will be dismissing by geographic areas in the school based on whether you're a walker, car rider, bike rider, or if you're a bus rider. And so teachers will be looking at what you have registered for so they will know when you're supposed to leave campus. And again, we'll be starting dismissal earlier than we usually do because we want to make sure that everybody has the space to be socially distanced as you're exiting the campus. Okay, hi everyone. Here I am in a hallway, and you're going to notice these directional signs throughout the school. We have a map that we will be sharing with everyone so that you'll understand that our campus now has a lot of one-way hallways, and that's designed to keep us safe so that we're not crossing each other in the hallways. Okay, so look out for the signs and listen to the adults who will help you along your way safely. Okay, hi there students and parents. Here I am kind of whispering because there's a class going on over here virtually, but here I am in a socially distanced classroom. As you can see, the seats are about 6 feet apart from center of desk to center of desk. But as you know, we may have a few more students than can fit into a socially distanced classroom. So if necessary, we can go down to 5 feet, and then we would move it to 4 feet, and then we would move it to 3 feet, but never anything closer than that, okay? So our hope is that we can get almost all of our students in who are coming to brick and mortar, working with the teacher in person, right? But your teacher, just so you know, will be over here. She will be over here, or he will be over here in his space, right? So even though you're back brick and mortar, I do want you to know that I want your teachers to be staying up in their workspace. They're still going to be able to help you. They're still going to be able to call on you, those of you who are here, and they're still going to be calling on those people who are in virtual. They are going to be really working it, and we all need to work with them so that it's successful for everyone. But I wanted you to know what this kind of a classroom looks like. In the event that we do have what we've been calling overflow, that is more students than will fit, we have some spaces, some socially distant spaces where you will be under the supervision of school personnel. So that's not a problem at all, but we're going to do our best to get those who are returning safely into a classroom, starting with a 6-foot distance, then going to 5, then 4, then 3, if necessary, to avoid the overflow. Also, while I'm here, remember, if you've got the school issued Google Chromebook, you need to bring it to class, okay? Go ahead and bring it on to school. And don't worry if you don't have one yet. Come to school anyway if your parents have registered you for brick and mortar. Your teachers will work it out. Some teachers will have discussions and will be grading in different ways. Some will have pen and pencil and paper. Some won't. That's okay. That's up to each teacher, how they do that for the 2 weeks that everyone won't necessarily have a Chromebook. It's going to be okay. Middle schools are supposed to get all of our Chromebooks in by October 5th, when then our entire school will be one-to-one. But until then, don't let that worry you, okay? If you have signed up for brick and mortar, we want you to come back into one of these wonderful classrooms. Okay, see ya. Okay, hi there. I'm back in the cafeteria, but it's lunchtime now, not breakfast time anymore. Students, your teachers will be assigned a certain time for your class to come on down to get lunch here in the cafeteria. That is, if you are getting lunch here. If you bring your lunch, you will be able to be seated in the gym, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But students who are coming into the cafeteria, we are having students being released from various different parts of campus. And then students, you'll have new routes for walking in here so that we can keep you nice and safe. You can see behind me the markers that will show where you are going to be socially distanced, for instance, to line up for that single side line. And so there will be adults in here at lunchtime, of course, as usual, every single day, showing you where you need to go. You'll have your mask on as you're traveling through the cafeteria. When you actually sit down to eat your lunch, you will, of course, take your mask off so that you can eat and drink. I need you to be really aware of your space. I need you to keep yourself to your space. We're also going to have everybody facing this way. Everyone will be facing forward so that we don't have students facing each other during lunch to help keep us safe. So while you're in the cafeteria and everywhere on campus, I'm going to need you to follow every direction that an adult gives you at all times. That's going to be really critical for us all as we keep ourselves and our entire community safe. So again, people will be here to direct you. You'll eat your lunch, you will throw your items away, and then you will depart to go back to your classroom. So lunch will be a little bit different, and we're here to show you how. Oh, I think you can see we also have some seating set up on the stage to extend the amount of space we have for our lunchtime and cafeteria time. Okay, signing out from the cafeteria. Hi there, Mariners. Here I am in the gym. Hey, look at our new gym floor. It is absolutely gorgeous. We love it in here. I want to show you the gym now because you won't be seeing this floor right away. We have a nice covering coming because remember, we're going to set up part of our cafeteria tables in here. So some students will be having lunch in the cafeteria here, and then some will be here also in the gym, but up here on the bleachers where we've marked off spaces for good social distancing as well. So I just wanted everybody to see inside the gym with the beautiful new floor and just know that we'll be using this space also. Okay. Okay, everybody, that concludes my mini tour of our brick and mortar campus and gives you a little overview of what things are going to look like when you come back. We'll keep in constant communication with you parents about what's happening. And students, if you are registered to come back on the 21st, I so look forward to seeing you. And students who are staying home virtually, I so look forward to seeing you in your Google Classrooms as well. Okay, everyone, together we can do this. Together, if we wear our masks and we socially distance, we can be anchored together in safety here at Jupiter Middle School. Have a wonderful evening.